It's your boy VP the Street Scholar. You already know I'm here with Memoriies Media, the best visual team in the town. Get money. All right.
Smiley shot this shit.
Smiley and Memoriies Media.
Shout out to Memoriies never die. Y'all already know.
Shout out to Smiley and Memoriies Media.
Shout out to my boy Smiley, man. Y'all already know.
How y'all doing today? This is a Memoriies Media podcast with your boy Greg Smiley. We got a very special guest in the building today. Savannah legend, VP the Street Scholar.
I like that. I like that.
What's going on, Will?
Man, what's going on, boss?
How you doing today?
Man, I'm blessed, man. Blessed like always, man. Another day at it, man. Just trying to make it happen. You already know, getting money. That right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I just want to start from the beginning a little bit.
All right.
So talk about how was it growing up in Savannah? What was your life like? Well, you grew up in Savannah, right?
Yeah, of course. I'm born and raised in Savannah. It's tatted on my back. I was raised in Cloverdale, you feel me? So, you know, we all hustlers out there. But then I just branched out from hustling out there to just moving around the streets of Savannah, period. I started on 5-6 with my brother. That's where we used to hustle at. Then I moved to Indigo Point before Savannah State brought it. Then I'm infamous for Pendleton. Like, that's where I had the drug raid at. That's where the CNTs kicked my shit in at. They used to call me Mr. Liberty City. I'm not from Liberty City. I never claimed that. It's Cloverdale all day. Listen, but and I stayed all over this shit, man. I stayed some of every neighborhood. Bacon Park. I stayed on the south side. I stayed all over Savannah, man. I love this shit to the death, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So how was it growing up in Savannah? How did that play a part in your music?
It's made my character. Savannah the Pope made my character, and that's what I rap and scream to the death. Like, anywhere I go, I tell people I'm from the Pope. I'm from Savannah, and they be like, "What, Atlanta?" Like, no, 4 hours away. The Pope, man. Like, I rap that shit to the death, man. It like I said, it shaped my character, and it just made me the man I am. You know, it's a lot of adversity here. There's not a lot to do here other than hustle or work at the ports or work at a warehouse, you know. So you have to learn how to make it, and trying to make it out sometimes can be hard when there's not as many opportunities. You got to make your own opportunities. Mm-hmm. So, but man, I love it to the death, man, because like I said, it made me who I am, man. Stand up, solid. Everywhere I go, we get respect, man, when you're from the port. If you know, you know.
Was it any artists you looked up to coming up?
Of course, like, I'm old, so, you know, it started off with Pop. And then it grew to where it became Jay-Z because he was a mogul and everything. He tried to show us with the business. Of course, I love Jeezy, Pimp C, like. But then I still like the Lil Babies. I like new artists too, man. I just like good music, bro. Like real good music. But the people that shaped me, like I said, was Pop, Jay-Z, Jeezy, Pimp C, T.I., people like that. Those were the people who kind of shaped my style. Like watching No Limit, shit like that.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
So with you growing up in Savannah and the artists you seen coming up,
okay,
how does that play a part in your latest project, Tithes and Offerings too?
Nah, I am a big Camouflage fan. Don't get me wrong. Like, Flage he shaped it, you feel me? He shaped it for us because he was that person that we saw had that first opportunity to possibly get up out of here, you feel me? Like, he was the first one to really make noise, to really, like, get that deal, like, on some street time, you feel me? Like, we had other people, the Mary J's and all that, but somebody who was really from here, screaming Hitch Village, like, screaming and talking real Pope lingo, like, that was somebody who really first showed us and shaped it and started, you know, crafting and making those hits that shaped our life, the Cut Friends, the Players, and things like that, you feel me? Y'all Don't Want No Drama, like these. I went to the club around that time when that was coming out, so those things shaped me too as well, you feel me? So then, you know, R.I.P. to Booger was the next one up that was about to, you know, break through and do it, and I feel like I'm next now. Like, they can't stop me. All right.
So what was the process behind Tithes and Offerings too? Like what was you trying to put out? What message was you trying to send?
For one, I did all features was for one, like I said, I love the port, so everybody on it was from the Pope. With the exception of the fat girl, and the only reason she got on it is because she comes down here so much and shows us so much love. I like the music scene in Savannah, so I had to fuck with her, and because she fucked with me, so it was a genuine energy, so I was like, I gotta fuck with her. But what that came about is my producer, Tony Skis, who he did all the beats and the production for the project. He stepped to me and he was like, bro, we just need to do an exclusive project, just me and you. Like I'm gonna shape all the sounds. It's gonna sound different. Like it's gonna be like structured. I was like, bet, let's go. I was like, I'm gonna do features though, like, cause I'm old. Like I don't like going in depth to rapping. I'd rather have people a part of it too. And excuse me, I learned that with this music thing, the more people that's a part of it, the bigger it can grow. So it's not no need to be selfish. Like let people be a part of this good music. So we just brought people in like YP the Don, Ethan Jeremiah, got King Bogus on there, Pop, my young guy PD, shout out to him. Got Miss Cash on there who going up. Like, so just like bringing all us together. And I still want to work with other artists. And we just, like me and him worked together on the project. And it only took us 2 months. Like, cause I think a month and a half to record and then like 3 weeks to do all the mix and master and all that. Yeah. But what fueled it was just also what made me say I wanted to do it is I found out my pops had stage 4 cancer. And it was just like that pressure saying like, bro, you need to put something out. Like you need to keep working. Like you got to work diligently. I already got another project that I'm working on with CJ the DJ, shout out to fam. We got that already like damn near finished, you feel me? But this was something that was personal to me. Like, cause I knew with Ski, I could like make like street raw records, the shit I really like to make. While with me and CJ, we making more industry records, things that we can sell and whatnot on the project we working on. Creflo project coming in October too, just let y'all know. So but yeah, and that's what inspired the TO2, just like knowing that I had to do something for my family, like trying to make something that would draw the people in and that would really help my family, like really something that would get this thing catapulted, because I'm trying to get this shit off the ground, man, for real. I'm old.
Why did you choose the name Tithes and Offerings?
That's Tithes and Offerings too, because I already did a project Tithes and Offerings. Yeah. But also because my pop's a pastor, so I come from like that church background. So I always be wanting to apply like that to it, to let people know like God real, God exists, like that keep people on their faith. You feel me? Like they constantly believing. So when I did the first Tithes and Offerings, go check that shit out. That one I dropped soon as I came home from prison. So it was just like. And I worked that one with Ski Majority. So he was just like, it's time for TO2. They need it. And like, it falls in with my name on Instagram, Creflo Scholar, because I be preaching the real shit to the street. So just like, yeah, they need TO2 now. Like, it's time to give them that. And when you know what Tithes and Offerings is, that's time when you know, like I said, I need to make me some bread out of this shit. So it's time to kick back in, you feel me? So I felt like, on both ends too, you feel me? I felt like I needed to give the people something back. It was time for me to pay the people back, as well as try to reciprocate some energy and make something that we can get something rolling.
Yeah. See, now that makes sense to me. But you know, your church folk, like your aunties and your grandma, they probably like, now why you named this the project Tithes and Offerings 2 and it's a rap project?
Nah,
you know they say?
They bubble with it. That's why when they listen to the intro, I even say on the intro, which is called Trapping Through the Year, I say on one part, I be like, I even got chicks that listen to gospel music jam this. Mm-hmm. And that came about because I got a homegirl that she only listened to gospel music in her car. But she was like, bruh, I mess with you because of who you are. Yeah. So that's why I say I don't, if they take offense to it, how can they? You feel me? It's like, it's all art. So, and that was just how I depict my art. And like I say, I like to put those church references in there and give, you know, reverence to God, because God is the head of my life. So why not? You feel me? It's not to play with the church or nothing like that. Like I said, I was raised in the church. So yeah. And then like I said, because that'll be like my EP that I made. It was called Trials and Tribulations. Would they be, you know, would they get in an uproar about that? I said, you know, but I understand people choose to get fickle about what they want to get fickle about and get in their feelings about. But, you know, everything I do has meaning and intent to it. I don't do nothing without having intent and thought into it when I do it. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Now, earlier you said you was working with CJ. What's your thoughts on working with CJ?
That's that dude. What you mean? That's that dude. That's that dude. That's my guy. But CJ is like one of the most genuine people I know. He'll help anybody as long as they got good intent, as long as they know where they want to go and he can see, like, if he can help you. Because what he taught me was, when you know your intents of what you're trying to do and you're genuine and true about your intents, no matter what it is, no matter if your intentions is, I'm in this game to make money. I just want to fuck all the bitches. Whatever your intentions is, know that and kick that to people so they know. Because then that makes it easier if somebody can possibly help you or not. So once me and him had a real sit down about intentions, and we've been cool forever. Been saying like even when we linked, like how we met was my cousin Swag. Both of us went to Savannah State. All of us went to Savannah State, and he introduced us one day. He said, "Hey, CJ, this VP, he gonna be the greatest rapper. CJ, VP to CJ, he gonna be the greatest DJ. Y'all figure it out." And then through the years we've been passing, you know, bro kept doing this DJ
So y'all knew
thing.
each other for a long time.
Man, long time. But bro kept doing this DJ thing and kept increasing with it. While I've been in the streets doing me back and forth through prison, shit like that. So it was like, but every time he see me, he was like, bro, when you get it together, I'm still here. And it's always been that. Yeah. And then how I move, I've always been right there, regardless of rap or not. I've always been getting right in the clubs and being right there behind the scene, right there in the DJ booth and around the rappers and all that, regardless, because I was still doing it, but I wasn't doing it like I'm doing it now, when I take it like serious, like a job. So it was just like once he seen I came back into the fold again, when I dropped the Trials and Tribulations, and I was pushing a single Nigga Like Me at the time. I was at the radio station and we was talking, and we started talking about intentions, and he just was like telling me, like I said, about intentions. And when you know your intentions, that's how people can help you. What is your intentions? What's your purpose? And I took that and I went home and I sat down and I prayed about it. Ooh, excuse me. And I sat back with him, and that's how I came up with the Kyle album. And then, cause it was like, what is my intentions in this game? What do that was last year. Okay. That was last year. I dropped it on Kyle's birthday, February 25th. That was his his born and death date. But that's when I came back, like I said, if I do this, I'm gonna do it for Kyle. What is my intentions? And I just wanted everybody to know his name, and that's when I've been screaming Kyle ever since. You feel me? Cause I had to find out what was my real purpose for coming back to doing music, because I hadn't gave up on music. And that's why I say CJ my guy, because CJ, he that genuine. He had them talks with you, where he had that talk with me for real, because he wanted to know where was I trying to go with this. And at that point, I didn't know till me and him had that talk, and it made me go sit down and have a talk with myself. Yes, so that's why I say CJ is that dude, you feel me? If you really get to know him, and he'll help anybody, but like I say, it's about your intentions and where you trying to go, because that's a good dude. Yes, shout out to CJ, man. Make sure y'all tap into that Performer Pocket app that comes out tomorrow, like July 1st, whatever, you know, whenever this air. Go download Performer Pocket app, all performers, man. Fuck with the guy. He got some shit for us, all performers. That's right.
Yes, sir. Well, can you speak on the passing of your son, Kyle?
Yeah, let's talk.
Can you talk on the story and everything?
Well, Kyle, he was a stillborn. What happened was his mother called me one day, like, frantic, like, I'm pissing blood, I don't know what the fuck going on. I rushed over, got her to the hospital. They was like, yeah, he coming out backwards. His, like, you know, leg was coming out. We could see his leg or whatever. So we found out, you know, he was gonna pass. Slowly his heart rate dropped, and he came out. And it was when I cut his umbilical cord, I felt something. I didn't understand what it was, because I just had that trigger in my head and that switch, like, ready to be a father. But then, like, when I cut his umbilical cord, it was like he was still alive, or he was like rushing through me, but I didn't know what the fuck was going on. It was just a feeling. So then I was just walking around going about doing what I was doing. I wasn't even rapping at this time. I was just in the streets hustling, like, and I just started going even harder, you feel me? But in the midst of that, I didn't know, you know, like, everybody kept asking me, like, V, what you back rapping? And I'm like, nah, I ain't fucking around. I'm in the streets. I heard this shit like multiple times. So then after a while, I wanted to, like I said, I'm a God-fearing person. So I was like, man, this got to be a sign. Do I look like a rapper? Or do I look like I got my swag back or something? So that's when I said, like, I dropped the Trials and Tribulations just to see if I could get me some traction. Folks was fucking with it. And like I said, then I end up talking with CJ, ended up on the radio, and he was like, man, you know, we talked about intent, and just everything's been growing since then, you feel me? Ever since I cut his umbilical cord. And like I said, once it got to the point about intentions, that's when I realized that's this energy that's flowing through me. Like, I gotta do it for him. Like, that's what this was. Like, I gotta make him proud, but I gotta quit doing the other shit I was doing. Like, I gotta take this shit serious, and it gotta be about him. So everybody gotta know his name before we leave. So now it's Kyle all day. Like,
was Kyle your first child?
Kyle was gonna be my first son. You know, I'm gonna have children again, but right now this is my baby. Like, I realized I came back into this to be that father for the fatherless, for people who really didn't have that father figure. That's why I say, I joke about it saying I'm old, but Like, I'm here. Like, I'm not going nowhere. Like, cause you know, I done had people who was like, bro, what you doing back? Rapping and being around these young folks and shit. And it was like, nah, they need guidance. I'm not trying to be here forever, but the game got a lot of, it's out of whack. And somebody got to come and put order back into it. And I feel like that's my purpose. Everybody got a purpose. Like, so Kyle was my son, but he not here now. So through this, I'm gonna let everybody know, you know, scream his name. And in the same token, like, you know, whoever the youngest that come up under and do, come listen, like come get some game, you feel me? A little bit of structure and help me work on me as well. Cause now that I know that I got y'all listening and, you know, y'all blood on my hands, like I gotta be a model for y'all to make sure y'all do correctly. You feel me? I can't be out here doing all types of fuck shit. So as a shepherd, like I gotta make sure I lead whatever flock that does grow and come with me. I gotta lead on the right way.
Yeah.
So that's what it's about.
Okay, so we're speaking on Kyle, and it was a situation that happened dealing with him, and you was at a comedy show. You had a full set. But the performance is great. I ain't gonna lie.
No, thank you.
Great performance.
Thank you.
Well, usually at the end of your shows, you give praise to your son.
Of course.
You say you want everybody to remember him.
Yep, I make sure to cry, scream his name. I do it at the count of 3. I tell him, say, we love you, Kyle. Like, if anything I did while I was on stage for however long I be there, like, if it touched anybody in any way, like, or y'all love y'all kids or whatever it may be, like, do that for me. Like, regardless of anything I may have said while I be on stage, like, I don't be worried about that. Like, my whole point is to get to the end to make sure that they say, we love you, Kyle. And what happened with that was the guy shout out to Shrimp, Iceberg Shrimp, because we resolved the situation. He came up, apologized after the show. But anything, if you understand comedy, comedians always got to push to get that joke. So I already understand that stepping into a comedy show. Like, cause I'm a lover of comedy as well. Like the whole entertainment realm. Like I love it as a whole, cause everything needs everything to kind of move together. Like hip hop is the glue, but all of that coincides. So I love comedy as well because of how it's grown because of hip hop. So he was pushing like to get jokes. Like he started saying stuff like, yeah, we doing this for Kyle tonight. Like this all for Kyle. Yeah. Like, but he didn't understand because once again, he's a comedian and he might've been in his element. You feel me? As far as whatever he may have been on, drinking, smoking, whatever, you feel me? Cause that's what we do out here. So he may not have been all the way in tune with what's being said about Kyle being a stillborn or whatever it may be. And he cracked a few jokes, you feel me? Where I could feel the energy. Like I said, I'm a big God fan person and I move off energy. I could feel the energy in a room of people getting upset about it for me because I had already done touched the people who I was going to touch with me pushing Kyle. But like I said, the mission is to make sure that everybody say Kyle's name. And throughout the show, Iceberg kept screaming Kyle's name. We doing this for Kyle. Even if you playing on Kyle's name, he still was screaming Kyle's name. How I explained to my team was because my team was looking like, bro, you ain't gonna get mad. People looking like you gonna slam him on this shit. And I'm like, no. Like, nah, I'm here to be, like I said, a model for people, to be a bigger person, to show folks like, nah, this shit about Kyle. Like, Kyle, that's what Kyle was about. Like, Kyle was the purest form to me. Kyle never been here. So for all the fucked up shit I done did or being the old me where folks knew I would have slammed him on his head or slapped the fuck out. Nah, we not on that now. Kyle is the rebirth of me to be a better person. So it's like, nah, he doing what the job is, to scream Kyle's name. Why would I do anything to that man or hurt that man in the midst of his ignorance? And when I say ignorance, I'm not calling him dumb. It's his lack of knowledge of not knowing the situation. So I went, bro. Like, bro, cool, you feel me? He doing his job. He said Kyle's name 10, 12 times over. And my whole thing was, like I said, Kyle was the purest form to ever come because he touched this earth, but he never breathed on this earth. So he never got to sin and indulge like we indulge. So I look at my son like however they look at how Jesus is. Like, that man didn't do no sin here, but he's still here living. Like, so that man, so how many people spoke Jesus' name in vain? I'm going to get upset by them speaking Kyle's name in vain because at the end of the night, once somebody got on him like, boy, you know what the fuck you was doing and saying? He came back to me and apologized like a man. And we spoke like Cain, shook hands. Like, you good, bro. You blessed, bro. Thank you. That's what I told him because I was thankful. Because he screamed Kyle's name, man, forever. Kyle, get money, that right?
Yes, sir. So did a situation like that, like, make you reconsider how you put Kyle's name out there? Because anybody can take it and make it to something that you wasn't expecting for it to
No,
be.
like I said, you see how many people spoke Jesus' name in vain? Like that's what his name for now, to raise people to get upset. Some people gonna get upset, some people not gonna care. It's going and I'm just the middleman in it that's gonna have to keep pushing to push his name for him. Like, so nah, I can't never get upset. I done had my days of crying about it, bro. I have my days of crying about it. It's a bigger mission now that I gotta die for now. But him and God watching me now. Like that's what me and CJ joke about all the time. Like Kyle and God over this. If somebody got a problem with it, take it up with management. Like I'm just a vessel. Like I'm just here doing the job working for them now. If somebody mad with me, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna stop. I die about it now. Like before when I was doing music or doing this, whatever it is, because it's bigger than music for me now. So like I die about it. Like so if somebody wanna go up that molehill, that's fine. But most people just gonna be talking. I die about this for real. I cry about this. I feel for this. I live this. Like this shit live through me. So, like that's what I do it for. So I go to war about it. I never feel no way. The only thing is me getting to a point of getting a numbing switch of learning that I'm the conduit for Kyle to do his job and his bid. You feel me? Like it's gonna become people that root for Kyle and it's gonna people be against it. My job is to stay in the middle and let them folks battle. And I just hope that I got more folks on this side that's rooting for him to outweigh these folks so that we always winning. That's the goal.
Yeah. Hey, you lift my spirit, Wolf.
Hey, listen, I told you that's what I'm here for, bro. That's what I'm here for, bro.
You got me all ears.
Listen, that's what I'm here for, bro. And I know it's gonna take over time. And that's what I have to tell my team all the time. Like, ain't nobody sleep on me. I got work to do. And when it resonates to them is when it resonates. And that's with all us, with whatever we doing. Like, just because we see just even with you, it's other media groups out here and folks doing that might be getting the likes and that right now. But keep doing your job, you feel me? Ain't the fact folks sleeping on you, they don't know about you. You got to keep working. Like, this is a journey. So I'm here to work now. I'm here to uplift people. I'm here to take, like, with me being an older person, I'm not here trying to do the new trends and all that. I'm here trying to, like, give wisdom and game and knowledge to the other people. Don't make these same mistakes I made and chasing this music. I don't do this music for money now. I get money. That's why that's the motto, you feel me? Like, I do this to have a platform, to have a purpose, to have a voice, to show people how to use their voice correctly. Like, because this shit'll give you a voice and then you could lead a lot of people astray and people don't understand that shit. Yeah. Like, people just think this shit about fame and fortune and then and they try to knock off the other parts that come with this shit when folks start living vicariously through your lyrics or your rhymes or your skill with the camera or whatever you may do. Folks just, God give us these gifts to give that shit back to people, but we be mismanaging the blessing. So that's why I say, bro, my job here is to teach people how not to mismanage the blessing. And I need their help as well. So that's why I say whenever somebody aha moment is to realize like, oh shit, that's what fam here for, then that's when they get it. Some people not gonna get it at 18. Some people not gonna get it at 24 because they gotta go through life and grow and experience shit. Some people not gonna get the shit I'm saying till I'm dead and gone because they might not resonate and click with their life yet. But I just gotta make sure I do enough work that by the time it do come across this scale, whether I'm dead, whether I'm gone, wherever I'm at in my journey, that it resonates with what they got going on. It's like, okay, I get it. I see what fam was doing. Yeah. So I know, like, people come up to me now and tell me, like, down here, like, we see what you're doing. I don't understand it, but keep doing what you're doing. And that's all I could do. Keep doing what I'm doing. Keep working. And that's what I had to realize. It ain't for them. If they understood the vision God gave me, then it ain't no vision. Like, because everybody else can understand it. Nah, it ain't for them. And the bigger the vision is, the more people that's not going to understand it. And I feel like what God gave me is like astronomical. So it's going to take forever. Like I said, I just pray sometimes that I don't be dead and gone when people feel it. But I believe that most of the time that's when it's going to happen. Like a lot of the shit when they start digging it up, because that's when people start giving you your roses and your flowers. Like, oh my God, I miss him. And it start resonating like, oh shit, this is what he was doing. This is the spirit he was giving us. So I just try to, I tell my team though, like I'm gonna combust before I leave this bitch. I ain't gonna die for real. I'm just gonna implode and disappear out this motherfucker. For real, get money, all right?
You be discreet, Scholar.
Hey, all right.
So I need your opinion on the situation.
Talk to me. It's just an opinion.
It's just an opinion.
It's just an opinion.
Last week in Chicago, a mother and son were arrested for murder.
Mm-hmm.
The 14-year-old grabbed a gun out the car. He chased after a man.
He ain't chasing. He shot that nigga in the motherfucking stove because that man put his hands on his mama.
That's what I'm getting to. He assaulted his mama and he shot him. And then he reportedly chased the man out the stove and shot him in the back some more.
Okay.
They were in a restaurant and things seemed to have gotten escalated to a point where the mom was telling the man off. The man told her if she says one more thing, he's gonna swing on her.
On my grandma. I seen the video.
Yeah.
On my grandma.
So she continued to, and then he put his hands on her. So then that's when the 14-year-old shot him.
Okay.
Was the mother and the son in the wrong?
Fuck no, they were dead ass right. Give him his wings. He came for a burger and got some wings, man. Keep your hands to yourself out here, man, especially on these ladies, man. We supposed to protect these queens. I don't care what she said, and she wasn't saying nothing fly. She wasn't disrespecting that man. She didn't spit on that man. Like, so nah. Whatever happened to you happened out here, man.
As a man, how would you have handled that situation?
What you mean as a man? Me? Like, if this lady...
If you was the man in this situation.
I don't even know what she said. Like, ma, get your... Like, all right, get your shit, ma. Like, I'm a peaceful man. I'm a passive man, bro. I'm a bullfighter, bro. Like, so I'm a matador, bro. So I olay shit. I sway shit. Like, when bullshit come my way, I dodge that shit, bro. I try my best to... All right. I don't take that shit head on. I'm not bullheaded. I finesse with this shit. I'm a matter olay. Then I stick that shit. Then I olay and stick that shit again till the bull fall over dead, bro. I don't care how long it take. That's how I handle my problems, bro. And not saying I run away from my problems. Let's not get it misconstrued. I handle my problems. But I'm not just that nigga that's just like head strong. Nah, bro. You got it. You got it, brother. Nah, you got it, ma. I know when to be an aggressor, but the most time I found out when you got it or just sway some shit, it's some shit right there around the corner. They might just be having a bad day, and you'll disperse that energy on somebody else who having even worse energy, and what's gonna happen to you. Like, the world got a sick way of handling shit, you feel me? Like, I don't have to handle shit no more. That's what I learned. Like, I keep this shit, I stay prayed up.
Yeah.
Like, I let the higher powers handle that shit and whatever gonna happen to you after this. Cause there's more shit out here in this world for you if folks think they tough. I ain't the toughest nigga, so I found out, but there's some tough guys out here. Prison to show you that. Some real tough guys, so yeah. So he got what he deserves, especially putting his hands on a female. Like, what?
Like, would you have did anything before it got to the point of him getting shot?
No, cause I mind my business. Like, when he hit her now, like, I ain't gonna lie. I would have possibly like broke that shit up. Like, bro, you tripping. But then once again, I kind of like mind my business because I come from the streets. So I know, like, if I don't know these folks and I don't know, this might be that, like, they might have been together. This might be that man. He might have been her pimp.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. So I got to stay out their business because they dealings is they dealings, you feel me? And she might have been out of line. I respect the laws of the land. So I would have just possibly tried to interfere, like de-escalate or something, like, yeah, y'all tripping or something like that. But I ain't gonna lie, when I'm in places and shit start to go to getting rah-rah-ish and I start feeling that energy, I kind of remove myself. That's why I was talking, I'm a bullfighter. I don't stick around to see that shit, you feel me? Like, I'll let some shit go. I see some niggas raising their backs about to get into it. I kind of like, all right, I'm about to exit stage left, you feel me? This shit about to turn into some shit. Like, you gotta like know how to assess shit. Most people, most civilians, they want to see a fight. They want to see that shit. They want the thrill of that shit. I done seen plenty fights and gunshots and like, so it's like, nah, that shit don't turn me on. That shit like, nah, boy, that shit could go left. That shit could get fucked up. So it's like, boy, you don't want to be around that shit. Cause then you might end up being a witness to some shit. So me, if I can de-escalate, like, hey, like, nah, bro, y'all tripping.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm out the way. I'm Well, hey, y'all, I think we need to go. My bro can say, baby, we wait for our food. We can go. Get some more food. This world big as a fuck. That's how I move, though. Bro, I don't give a fuck about those boys. We pay for that. I don't give a fuck. You can stay here and get that shit. I'm gone. Yeah. If I'm gone, I'm gone. But like I say, I have to be in the midst of it to see how my spirit feels as well. But like I say, I done been around too much shit, so I'm gonna know how to peep. Like, I'd have been seeing it like, ooh, shit, little buddy about to shoot him. So like, I would have seen shit. You feel me? Like a lot of them folks probably was around there on some civilian type time. I done been around like real shit. So I'd have been like, oh shit. If I'm now, I'm assessing the scene. Who she just, oh shit, little buddy coming back out the car. He with her. I don't know, little buddy, don't do it, boy. You gonna fuck your life up. I don't know though. I wasn't there, so yeah. I can't really say.
Well, eventually the charges was dropped.
Of course.
They was released.
Of course.
Okay, so it is reported that the mother instructed the son to continue shooting the man.
I don't know about that. They want to let him out. People say once that shit hit the airways, one thing I learned about it, people gonna say whatever and that shit gonna turn into a whole bunch of different shit. I seen the video where Ma was like, her words were some shit like, nah, get back in the car. Or some shit along those lines. Like when she instructed him to stand down. But he still went to what? And then what a 14-year-old, he got a gun, seeing his mama getting hit and listening to the music that he listens to. All they hear is slide on the nigga slide, and this nigga just hit my mama. Oh, slide. Boom. I get it.
So with you coming from the streets, how do you think that situation affected the little boy?
He did right. Everybody.
No, I'm talking about for after, like, they say he an honor roll student. He a good kid. With him going through that situation itself, how you think that's going to affect him going forward?
I don't know. It had to, like, and it's not being, like, vague with it. It's just like, I don't know. That shit come down to.
You think that could change his life?
It could. Definitely could. It could turn him out. After the first time I had to shoot at the first, like, before I shot at somebody, I didn't know how it was going to be. I always told myself that I could do it if I had to. Once I did it, second time it was easy. The third time it was like that. You don't blink at that shit. See what I'm saying? So I don't know what switch it turned on for him now in his head. We don't know how he gonna react when he be in schools around people now, you feel me? He click off, that nigga got a body. And if he get off, he got a free one. We ain't gonna know how that shit make him. That shit might have turned that man to a killer and we don't even know it. We might got the next John Wick on our hands. I'm just saying, that's how that shit go, you feel me? This work, like why I say it's the shit we expose ourselves to, you feel me? The whole point is though, with him still being young and his mind developing with the right people in his corner, he could still shape his mind and go in the right path with the right people and leaders around him. But if he just still got the people around him telling him, boy, you did good, boy, like, and he did good. But if he got people like cheering that shit on and not really like nurturing his brain after that, he gonna think it's cool. And the next nigga that he see swing on this girl or do whatever, it's gonna be nothing to knock your tail off. And because he got off, he gonna think it's cool. So that's why I say you just gotta have the right leaders around him. If you listen to Lil Man to me, man, just tap in with Creflo Scholar, man. I tell you all I can tell you feel me, or what I know. Man, that's it. Get money. All right.
That's it. Well, shoot. Thank you for taking your time out today to do the interview.
Man, I appreciate you, man, for reaching out.
We appreciate you coming in. You know what I'm saying? Can you tell the people, what's your plans for the rest of 2023?
Just pushing Come Get This Money. That's the single that's out right now. We pushing Tithes and Offerings 2. We're going to start shooting videos off of Tithes and Offerings 2 coming soon. Cause I'm heavy on the visuals. Creflo album come out in October. We still pushing the Drunk Spelling Bee. That shit coming to the Ondar soon. Word. Like, we working, bro. I'm just trying to build a brand, man, as much as I can, man. Shows coming. That's why I say we just working, man. A lot of stuff coming, lining up. A lot of more show, media run coming soon. Like I said, we just building the capital, but we not stopping. Like, it's just gonna get bigger.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Can you tell the people to find you at social media?
Creflo Scholar. Oh, and let me remind y'all, because my team tell me I got to say this. I am Savannah Connect's best hip-hop artist of 2023. For all you folks who wondering if I can rap, yes, I can rap. I don't just talk shit and give game, so go listen to the music too. But Creflo Scholar on Instagram and all platforms, because I be preaching that real shit. VP the Street Scholar on all music platforms. VP DA Street Scholar. Go check that shit out. That's my YouTube channel. That's everywhere where I got the music at. And find that shit, man. I ain't hard to find. I be in the Pope for real. Get money. All right.
VP the Street Scholar, thank you.
Hey.
It's been a Memoriies Media podcast. All right.